Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I'm Mark Totally.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
Yeah.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
I like seeing all those pictures and looking for the different expressions that we have. You are very good at making sure that you focus directly at the lens of the camera. I sometimes miss that.
Well, you know, I have skills beyond radio.
You do. You have adapted very well to this podcast life, buddy.
I actually recorded a couple of TV commercials from the old Parker Banks dealership.
Right.
I didn't get paid a penny for them, but I had to go over to Potosi, spend the whole day there, and I had to learn how to walk just right, talk just right, smile just right, just to record these commercials. So I have learned how to do that.
We should try to find those. They've got to be on YouTube somewhere, right?
Well, to quote Seinfeld, they're gold, Jerry. They're gold.
We have a golden episode for you today. It's episode 31 of the Parkland Podcast. We're going to be joined by some of the folks with Save a Lot. They have had some busy days as folks have been stocking up before these blizzards we've been having.
That's been the big key, and we're going to talk more about that in news. Looking forward to talking to Clint and also Breanna from the St. Francis County Health Center. She's got another quiz for us.
Oh boy, we'll see if we're a little healthier in 2025. Probably not.
Probably not.
I've been eating everything in sight, man. I don't know about you.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution, I didn't make one, but my goal is always to lose weight.
Yeah, it's not working out right now. We do want to thank our sponsors. They include Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Save a Lot of the Parkland, Heimberger Construction, Subway of the Parkland, and Booze and Bark Carpet. Mark Totally, what'd you do this week?
I shoveled one heck of a lot of snow. In fact, before we recorded the podcast this morning, I went over to my church and helped shovel a little bit of snow, and I'm going to go back as soon as we're done recording the podcast. I shoveled my driveway last night about 4 o'clock when it actually started really slowing down, snowing, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the Sunday, Monday shoveling was worse than the Friday, Saturday shoveling because there was a lot of ice on the ground.
Yeah, it was a lot lighter. But we had a great week. Missed school all week again. Got an extra week for the Christmas vacation. My kids have been going to St. Joe's, I guess, like the last almost 10 years. Yeah, 10 years now. And this is the first time they've ever missed a full consecutive week.
You know, that's all fine and dandy.
Yeah.
But the totally awesome radio story for this morning is, for the first time in 40 plus years, I did not have to go to work and read school closings. I didn't have to read business closings. I sat at home, watched it snow, and said, boy, I'm glad I'm not out there driving around trying to get to work to let everybody know what they already knew. There's no school today.
Yeah. Oh, what a relief that must have been for you. I remember the first year I like staged a photo.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I
remember. I tagged you and
yes.
Ramsey and Louie and everybody else that was stuck
Mr.
speaker.
Comedian, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't it feel good?
It was really nice. Then I found out I don't do nothing very well because I was stir crazy. I cleaned my house yesterday. And you know how most people have one junk drawer? Mm-hmm. I have like 14 junk drawers and a junk closet. I literally have one of those closets that if you open it up, everything would fall out.
Right.
So I cleaned that out. I cleaned 3 or 4 of my junk drawers out. I probably had 5 or 6 bags of trash I had to get rid of. And I still have roughly 4 or 5 more junk drawers to get to.
Hey, good for you, though. That's progress.
I'm trying.
That's progress. So, yeah, we missed a week of school and had just been kind of chilling out, doing a lot of sledding. Also, too, we had a bird in our
I
house.
saw that on your Facebook page. I thought that was kind of funny.
Here you go. So this guy decided to come in and visit us today, and now he's on top of the star of our Christmas tree.
I love him!
We were trying to get him out. Rachel, of course, is going crazy. Oh, he almost made it. So close.
Oh, he's trying to go for a window.
Oh no, he's trying to go SpongeBob. Oh no, front door. Oh, front door.
I love him!
Go ahead. Oh, crap, he's moving it.
Oh, come on!
Oh, God, oh, you almost got it. Oh, Rachel is dying.
Wait, she's really cute.
Hey, Dad, you want Lucy go around with your...
Go. Go out. Go out.
He's so cute. He's like a cold
It's too cold. Can we please keep him?
Shake.
Go on.
Shake. There he goes.
Best day ever!
Well, if this ain't fun, you don't want to go out there. Here's the video.
Did he ever get out?
Yeah, he got out.
Yeah, we
got out.
When we built the extension onto the building at J98 back in around 2000, a bird got in, and like on Saturday, it was a holiday weekend. That bird was flying around. He wanted nothing to do with us. He had all this energy. I came back in on Monday to work. It was up in the general manager's office, and I went in there, and he was just kind of sitting there, and he's like, "Get me out of here, please." He ran out of energy. He was thirsty. He was hungry. So I got him out of there. But yeah, I knew what you were going through.
I can't believe you didn't just like lock the door and be like, Dick's problem now. That's probably what I would have done if it would have happened to me. And I think I was working overnights when that was going on too, maybe. So
It was about 25 years ago.
yeah, I don't know. That'd have been good times. But yeah, it was great. The snow was great. It was awesome for sledding.
I'm ready for 65-degree weather, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm pretty well done with the cold. Totally awesome radio story.
We're going to go with the no school closings, baby.
Yeah. I didn't know if maybe like there was did like somebody like little kids come in before they had like the code word, because there's a code word. We're gonna give you a little behind the scenes stuff here. There was a code word every year that would be sent out to the superintendents. And because those are the people that would physically call the radio station. And a lot of it's different now. A lot of it's automated. There's like Google Forms. There's like, things you submit online, whatever. But back in the day, it was superintendents, and they had a word every year. Do you remember some of those words?
Oh, I do. I don't know if I should say them in case they are still using them.
Well, I don't even think they have that system anymore. I think it just like, it's all automated now. But anyways.
But it would be like something silly like iceberg or something like that.
Iceberg, snowball.
Something, yeah.
My favorite was Kelly Burleson, Fredericktown superintendent.
Loved him.
Oh, just one of the nicest people you would ever meet. And he, had a very distinct, very high-pitched voice, and he would call in, and he was very official about it every time, even though you knew as soon as like he started, "Hi, this is Kelly he would go through and he would give that code word every time, and he was always on it. He had that, even every time we changed it, he was right there.
Yeah, it's all computerized. The schools don't even call the station. As the last time I worked there, last winter, they had their own passwords, and it was all computerized. So we don't even do that anymore.
Yeah, but was there ever a time that like a kid called in and like
Not for me.
canceled school? Not for you, but I mean like during your time that you were there, did anybody else like get snookered by that?
Well, nobody got snookered, but I do recall one time, and this involves you.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
And you can either click individual schools, but if you hit the wrong button, you click
All the schools.
And I'm reading the school closings, and all of a sudden we're getting school closings on the list that I know weren't closed, and it's like, uh-oh. It may have been you, it may have been me, I don't know. We hit the wrong list.
It was me.
And then Dick, who would always say, teamwork, it's all about teamwork. We're all in this together. The president of Mineral Area College, which we closed for about 10 minutes,
Yes.
called and said, why would Mark do that? Dick, we're all in this together, said, I don't know why he did that. I have no idea why he would do such a thing. And I had to go over and apologize to the president of the college, and it's like,
Terry Barnes at the time, right? I
yes,
believe.
it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, I know what I did. There was a deal you had to like exit out and save.
Yeah.
And I didn't like do that step properly, and yeah, it just caused all of them to go closed.
And by the time I got around to Malden, I realized we were probably.
Man, Malden mineral area. Oh, and alphabetically, it got us. But yeah, that
The good
was
old
stuff
days.
that happened. Yeah, back in the day. But and I remember too, people would call and they would ask, and you couldn't tell them over the phone. You had to make them listen.
I used to get posts on Facebook from people saying, remember the good old days when we'd all sit around and listen to the radio, hoping that Mark Totally would say we don't have school. I went over and read a book to a bunch of first through third graders at Washington Franklin, I think it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Shanna Turner was the principal at the time.
Big fan of the podcast.
Yes, and she says, this is Mark Totally. He works at J98. And everybody went, oh, okay, all the little kids. Said, I'm the guy, I do the morning show. Oh, okay. I do sports. I do Mineral Area College basketball. Oh, okay. And I'm also the guy that announces that you don't have school when it snows, and every kid got up and cheered for me. I felt like a movie star on that one. They loved me after that.
So there you go. Those are your totally awesome radio stories. New year, maybe a new building is coming for your facility. I would recommend Heimberger Construction, Mark.
Well, the examples are all around you to see the quality work they do, whether it's at MoCap, Pyramol, Crown Valley Winery, doesn't matter. Fantastic work done at a competitive price, and you get the Jennifer Heimberger difference. She is the driving force behind Heimberger Construction. She does a fantastic job, and I know you won't regret working with her and her team.
Plus, they have those Butler buildings. They're the best metal building system on the market, and the only buildings that have a pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. That means everything's nice and tight, it stays dry, and those buildings not only look great, but they also age well too, just like you, Mark Tody.
Yeah, maybe not quite like me. I leak from several different spots. That's another story for another time, though.
HeimbergerConstruction.com since 1978. Follow the dot at Save-A-Lot. I don't know if there's been any busier people to start off the year than the hardworking folks at Save-A-Lot, as everybody needs their bread, milk, and eggs. But man, what a great place to go. What a great place to shop. And what a great place to save money.
What I like about Save-A-Lot, in addition to the great selection of food that they have there, is just how clean the stores are as well. They take a lot of pride in cleanliness, and they take a lot of pride in saving you some money. So definitely follow the dots. Go to their Facebook page. I know they just gave away like $100 worth of bacon, and I can vouch for the bacon at Save-A-Lot because we just had a bunch of it cooked up at our last men's club meeting at St. Paul Lutheran Church. It was so good. I didn't want to eat anything else. I said, just keep bring me bacon. Bring me Save-A-Lot bacon. It was so good. Clint, you guys do a fantastic job at all your different stores, and we look forward to working with you in 2025.
I love the 5 for $24.99 deal. That's a great way to feed my family and a great way to feed yours. So make sure you head over to your local Parkland Save-A-Lot. They're in Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, and Farmington. Time for news now on the Parkland Podcast.
Parkland residents are still feeling the after effects of Winter Storm Blair. The storm featured various degrees of snow and ice and power outages, and schools closed for an entire week. Ice totals ranged from 1/10 of an inch to 3/10 of an inch, and snowfall varied from south to north. The system was followed by crippling cold and overnight temperatures reaching single digits. At one point, over 1,500 customers were without power, according to Farmington officials.
Our second winter storm of the season, Winter Storm Cora, was all snow and lasted all day Friday, bringing up to 6 inches of additional snowfall. The city of Farmington has scheduled a citywide tree limb pickup. That'll begin on January 21st to pick up fallen trees and tree limbs. The Public Works Department requesting that all tree limbs are placed at the curb or alley for pickup no later than 7:30 Tuesday, January 21st.
A manufacturer of roofing shingles is coming to the area. IKO, a manufacturer of residential shingles, commercial roofing, and waterproofing products, has announced it will open a new granule facility, Bismarck Granules, in Bismarck, investing $120 million in creating more than 50 jobs.
The city of Leadwood is looking for ways to improve or replace their over 100-year-old water system. A special meeting will be held on Thursday, January 16th at 3 o'clock at City Hall to discuss the issue. Representatives from federal, state, and local agencies will all be on hand to answer your questions.
Several St. Francis County officials were given the oath of office at the beginning of the year. Returning officials include Commissioners Kerry Buckley and David Cater, County Treasurer Parks Peterson, County Assessor Eric Dugal, County Coroner Jason Copeland. They were all sworn in by County Clerk Kevin Engler, sworn by Honorable Judge Patrick King, Division 4 Associate Circuit Judge, were Vesta Mattingly, Public Administrator, and Jeff Kreitz, St. Francis County Sheriff.
And it was the 103rd General Assembly getting underway in Jefferson City. For the first time ever, the state Senate will be led by a woman. Cindy O'Laughlin, a Republican from Shelbina, is the new president pro tem. The Missouri House of Representatives will have their first Asian American serving as House Speaker. Representative Jonathan Patterson, a Republican from Lee's Summit, is also the first medical doctor to serve in that role in 140 years. Ashley Ahn, a Democrat from Kansas City, was elected House Minority Leader. Doug Beck, a Democrat from St. Louis County, will continue to serve as the minority floor leader in the Senate.
And the fate of Proposition A is now in the hands of the Supreme Court. The measure raised minimum wage to $13.75 an hour and gave workers 1 hour of paid sick leave per 30 hours worked. The measure passed by 57%, but those opposed say the measure was unconstitutional because it contains more than one subject matter. The Supreme Court does not have a timetable for their decision.
And that's your news right here on the Parkland Podcast. Let's talk about Parkland Pharmacy. They are local pharmacy at their finest. They have those 6 locations, of course, Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, Piedmont, and Greenville. And they are ready to take care of you in the new year.
And this is a perfect time to talk about Parkland Pharmacy because this is the time of year where the cold and the flu season really takes charge. And boy, do they have everything for you, from cold and flu medicine to cough medicine, everything you need to keep yourself healthy through these cold winter months. You'll find at Parkland Pharmacy, along with some of the best customer service around.
Yeah, and those drivers are really making their money in these months here during the cold, but they take care of their customers everywhere.
And you don't even have to get out of your car at some of the locations like Farmington and I think Deloge. They've got the nice drive-through, which makes it really convenient.
Parkland Pharmacy, 6 locations there in Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, Piedmont, and Greenville. Subway, eat fresh. There's probably not a better fast food restaurant to keep those healthy New Year's resolutions than Subway of the Parkland.
I'm not even sure I can call them fast food because it's just really good food. And the only thing better than the food are the people. Heather and Jessica, Breanna, Mike and Jake, who just celebrated his birthday in the past week.
We can't stress that enough, can we?
We cannot stress that enough, that Jake is now another year older. But they have wonderful Subway sandwiches, but they also have great soup. They also have cookies that are really good. And they have pizzas there, along with a lot of other choices. So when you come into Subway, be prepared to make decisions because there's a lot of good food to choose from.
And a new location coming soon to Farmington, too. So we'll be excited about that. But right now, located in the Maple Valley Center, everybody's looking at each other in the background. Whoa, new Subway? What? Wow, that's a few episodes we broke that. Anyways, check them out, Maple Valley Center, Farmington, downtown Park Hills, and inside the Walmart Supercenter in Deloge. Subway, eat fresh. Time for events. Those are brought to you by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
The Farmington Elks will host a blood drive this Wednesday at 1:30 at the Lodge on KREI Boulevard.
Warm the City, a free food and warm clothing event for anyone in need, will take place on Saturday, January 18th, 11 to 1 at the Memorial United Methodist Church in Farmington.
Coming up on January 18th, there is a cornhole tournament at Twin Oaks Winery. Registration is $50 per team. Proceeds benefit a mission trip to Belize.
Mineral Area College Foundation Trivia Night. It's a big one happening Friday, January 24th. That'll be at 7 o'clock at the Mac Tech Center.
Not to be outdone, St. Joseph Catholic School having a trivia night on Saturday, the 25th at 6:30 at the St. Joe Gym.
Should be a good one. Decades is the theme. February 8th, the Punches family will perform at Mineral Area College. You can purchase tickets online at mineralareaarts.org.
And February 15th and 16th, the 13th annual Farmington Winter Classic Basketball Tournament takes place at the Civic Center. You can register at mineralareabasketball.com.
And one more event to tell you about, Frosty Fest at Charlottesville Brewery and Winery will be happening on February 22nd.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
They said it couldn't be done. They said the world would never accept a cookie this long, or pretzel, and probably not a churro. They also said under no circumstances should those really long and delicious treats be wildly affordable. Then we said, but we already made them, and they are. Introducing the incredible new foot-long sidekicks. Get one at Subway today.
Let's check your birthdays for the week of January 13th, and we begin on that Monday. Who you got, Mark Toady?
Oh, the lovely and talented Marissa Schmitz celebrates a birthday. I have known Marissa since she was a teenager, and she was working at Spokes Pub and Grill, and she may have overserved me a time or two, but she is a wonderful, wonderful gal. I won't say how old she is now, and I won't say how long ago that was, but she does have a grown-up girl. So, Marissa, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
And Chris Sisk, happy birthday to you. Chris, he and his wife Stacy own CS Design, and they do a fantastic job with all your computer needs. He's an active member of the Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce. Chris, happy birthday to you.
Cool, very good. Christina Wright of Farmington, happy birthday. This is from Dana Wampler. Dana Wampler is a big-time contributor to the birthday segment now. She's got a bunch she's going to send every month, and we're going to roll those out there.
Awesome.
That's very, very cool. Also, Pam Watkins. Remember Pam?
Yes.
Mineral Area Council on the Arts. I believe she was with them for a while and is still in that field. How about Valley Catholic head coach Judd Nagger with a birthday? This guy's won a few football games, hadn't he?
He's won a few football games, won a few titles. He's like the Bill Belichick of high school football, I guess.
You know what? He kind of is.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Coach. Good job. Good job. All the good things, though, not the infamous things. And Ed Darty with the birthday on Monday, too. Happy birthday, Ed. How about Tuesday, January 14th?
Tuesday, we are loaded,
Loaded.
with birthdays. Our good buddy, Bryce Seacrest,
Yes.
fan of the podcast, celebrating a birthday. Should we call him the judge, I guess?
Judge
Bryce
Seacrest.
Seacrest.
Oh,
Happy
real quick, a Bryce Seacrest story. I saw Judge Pat King at a funeral that I filmed this week, and I did not know that he sings. He was the singer for the funeral, as does Bryce.
I didn't know Bryce sang.
Yeah. So the two of them need to sing together, and I told Pat that I'm going to come up with some kind of like judicial punny name for the two of them.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, so be thinking about that. But anyways, happy birthday, Judge Seacrest. Hope it's a great day.
Hey, Kim Hudson celebrates
Yes.
a birthday on Tuesday. She does such a great job in the real estate world. She's also very active in community events. She's on the United Way of St. Francis County Board of Directors, and she organizes events for other fundraisers. Kim, happy birthday to you. One of my favorite bankers, Taylor Miller,
Yeah.
celebrates a birthday every year for the Help the Hungry bake sale. We auction off desserts at the Farmington Chamber of Commerce meeting in November, and I always pick on Taylor to buy one of the desserts, and she comes through in the clutch. Taylor, happy birthday to you from your husband and all 14 of your children now.
Not that many.
Maybe not that many. Every time I see her, she's pregnant again. So happy birthday, Taylor. Leah Head did a nice job as the Bonne Terre Chamber of Commerce Director a couple of years ago. You know, she's raising kiddos. Happy birthday to you. Sandy Wells. She spent a lot of time in county government.
Absolutely. That's the first person I ever campaigned for because I was buddies with their son, Steve, and still am. Steve's awesome. And I remember we got to go campaign in Farmington. Like, she dropped us off and was like, okay, go knock on all these doors. And then after it was over, she took us to Ponderosa. So I was all about it. Yeah.
Hey,
as a teenage boy, I was like, yeah, politics.
I had a
feed me.
campaign for her too on that.
But happy birthday, Sandy. Hope it's an awesome day for you.
Happy birthday to our buddy, the wild man himself. I don't know if he's quite as wild as he used to be. Rodney McCarran celebrates a birthday, but back in the day, dude was wild. His son was a pretty good football player at Farmington High School back in the day too. Speaking of crazy men, Steve Barnhouse celebrates a birthday. I've known Barney for a long time. Barney, happy birthday to you, buddy. I hope you are doing fantastic. Olivia Brown celebrates a birthday. Olivia used to work at the Farmington Civic Center, one of my all-time favorite towel girls. I hope you are doing fantastic, and happy birthday. She's got a little baby, so happy birthday wishes to you as well.
Karen Abney of Farmington, happy birthday to you, Karen. That's also from Dana Wampler. Ryan Counts with a birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Ryan. Hope it's a great day for you. And Dean Goggle, a North County football legend, with a birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Dean. What about Wednesday, January 15th?
Friends of the podcast have a birthday on Wednesday. Dawn Fimler.
Hi, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn. Happy birthday to you from Mitch and your kids and, of course, your cats. I went to a Super Bowl party at Dawn and Mitch's house, and their cat bonded with me and sat in my lap for like the entire second half. Happy birthday to you, Dawn, and happy birthday wishes also to Christina Jackson.
Yes.
She is the daughter of Murphy Thomas.
Thank you.
Happy
I froze for a second.
Happy birthday to you, Christina. Her
man.
husband, Stan, is a lean, mean chess-playing machine. Terry Nettles, happy birthday to you. She used to work at J98 Radio for a couple of years back in the day. Tracy Santoff celebrates a birthday. Tracy lives in the St. Louis area, but for several years he was the public relations guy at Mineral Area College.
Ah, great.
So I got to work with him quite a bit. And a guy I went to school with, Richard Brinker, celebrating a birthday. He was one of 11 kids in his family. I was in the same grade as his brother, John. And Johnny used to always tell the story about his mom would come home from the doctors and walk over to their dad and slap him in the face and say, "You did it again." And they were going to have another kid. So Richie, happy birthday to you, buddy.
Real quickly, Miss Jackson is one of Lucy's favorite teachers all time. She helps out from time to time at St. Joe.
Awesome.
And just did a great job, and Lucy thinks the world of you. And Hivy Weebsko, Hivy lives in Denmark now. She's married to Mikkel, who is a diplomat for Denmark. So like every 2 years, she goes and takes her family and lives in another country. And she's been in Saudi Arabia, she's been in China, she got the US one time, which was really, really cool. And just a crazy cool life. Hivy's so awesome. Bonterre girl, her mom and dad had the Lamplight Inn in Bonterre.
I
back
remember
in
the
day.
Lamplight Inn. I actually
Yeah.
took a girl there on a date.
Did you?
Yeah, the meal was a lot better than the date, I guarantee you.
So happy birthday, Hivy. Hope it's an awesome day for you. What about Thursday, January 16th?
I really don't have a lot for Thursday, to be honest with you. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, I got Andy Kearns. Andy, a longtime board member in the West County School District. Very active in the Totally community as well. And Marcia Bullock, the First Lady of Law Enforcement in Deloge, celebrating a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday to Marcia. What about Friday, January 17th?
Friday, shine on you, crazy diamond. Jeff Kreckler celebrates a birthday on Friday. Kreckler Jewelers, happy birthday to you from your wife, Sheila, your sons, your mom, Miss Nancy, and your co-workers and all your family. Jeff is a good dude, does a great job at Kreckler Jewelers. Happy birthday wishes to Doris Stewart, married to Harold.
Yes,
Stewart,
Harold.
who was the maintenance man at the radio
Harold
station
had
for about
such
15
great
years.
expressions.
Oh, yeah, yeah. My
was a
favorite
wordsmith.
thing, though, was Scott Kabbalah put a picture of Harold up somewhere and said it was poster boy for AARP.
Yeah.
It was funny. That poster stayed up there for about 15 years.
Yes, it did.
And Kelly Cook celebrating a birthday. That's from your husband, Mark, and all of your family. Kelly works at the Methodist Church in Farmington and occasionally attends St. Paul Lutheran Church.
Happy birthday on Friday to Brian Whitfield. Brian celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Gary Williams with a birthday on Friday. And Kim Nelson. Kim, see her walking around the park in Deloge all the time. Happy birthday to you on Friday. What about Saturday, January 18th?
Three girls that never age celebrate a birthday on Saturday. One is Breanna Rowland. She works at Subway in Farmington, does a fantastic job. I would say she still looks about 25 or 26, except I think she actually is 25.
Okay,
or
good,
26. So
Good, so that's good.
Yes. So Breanna, you are wonderful. You are awesome. Happy birthday to you from your girls there, and also from Mike and Jake and everybody, your husband and everybody at Subway. She is awesome. Tara Penal celebrates a birthday. You may notice a trend with birthdays this week. I've also known her since she was a waitress at Spokes Pub and Grill. She also may have overserved me a time or two at Spokes Pub and Grill. Happy birthday to you, Tara, from all of your family. I hope you are doing fantastic. And Jenny Bowling celebrates a birthday. Jenny was a Wolford before she got married to Jeff. And she worked at the radio station for about a year. She also played basketball. She played at Mineral Area College. She was good enough to play at Mineral Area College. Taught at Farmington for a number of years. Then she went off to the college. And now I'm not sure what she's doing. I think she may still be at the college. But Jenny, anyway, happy birthday to you.
I got a very big birthday on Saturday, and that is my daughter,
Lucy
Lowry. Oh my God, is she 10? No, she's 9. Okay. Lucy, 9, 8, I don't know. Happy birthday, Lucy.
Your dad's promising you something very expensive for your birthday. Hold out for a horse.
No
Nay.
horse. Nay on that one. Abby Harris celebrating a birthday
I know Abby.
on Saturday. I think she got a big promotion now. I think she's getting into administration.
Nice.
So happy birthday to her. Jackie Bryan celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Jackie. Sean Rogers, happy birthday, Sean. Hope it's a great day for you. And Evan LeBrier celebrating a birthday on Saturday as well. Happy birthday, Evan. What do you got for Sunday, January 19th?
Sunday, Holly Ledbetter, one of the first ladies of Parkland Health Center, celebrating a birthday. Holly, happy birthday wishes to you. I hope you are doing fantastic. That's from your husband and your boys and everybody at Parkland Health Center. If you see her, wish her a happy birthday from the podcast. Steve Greider, a longtime recorder of deeds, I believe.
He recorded a lot of deeds.
Yeah, 20 some odd years he worked for the county. Happy birthday to you, Steve, from your wife and all your family. And a guy we both really like, not that we don't like everybody else too, but
Right, yeah.
Gil Kinnan
Yes.
celebrates a birthday. Gil used to own a restaurant over in Potosi.
Really?
And I'm trying to remember the name of it now. I think I even ate there once or twice. But then he went to work at Mineral Area College, and if I had $1 for every time I interviewed him, well, let's just say I'd have a lot of dollars.
You would have a lot of dollars.
Great guy.
Absolutely.
Great guy. Happy birthday
Yeah.
to you from Odessa. Great gal. And from all your family, Gil.
Absolutely. Have a great one, Gil. Grant Becker, West County baseball legend.
Yes.
Celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to Grant. One of the best teachers I ever worked with, John Tiemann, Mr. Tiemann at the Unitech Career Center, who does the small engines and side-by-side classes. There is not anything, if John Tiemann can't fix it, any kind of motorized device, any kind of electronic device, it just can't be fixed.
can't
He's
be
amazing.
fixed.
Dude's a wizard and such a great teacher. Happy birthday, Mr. Tiemann. Hope you have a great day. And Dobie Carroll, he is the band instructor at North County High School. He's the band director, Mr. Carroll, and little brother of Dina Spence.
Yes, love Dina. I know Dobie a little bit. I
Yeah?
don't know him as well as I do Dina and Dina's husband, Chris, and Dina's daughters. But good dude. If he's part of
Yeah.
that family, good dude.
Absolutely. So happy birthday to you, Dobie. I hope all your horns are blowing correctly. And those are your birthdays here on the Parkland Podcast. Boy, what a great year 2024 was for Discover Farmington. They had blues, brews, and barbecues. They had so many neat events, and they have big plans for 2025 too.
There's going to be a whole list of activities that will be taking place in 2025, not just in Farmington, but the surrounding area as well. And that's the beauty of Discover Farmington. They're not just here to promote Farmington, they want to promote the entire region, because what's good for Farmington is good for Park Hills, is good for Deloge, and vice versa. So definitely check out their website, discoverfarmingtonmo.com. If you want to keep up to date on things going on in the area, these are the folks to deal with for sure.
DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to book a wedding or a day trip. And again, find out about all those great local events. Discover Farmington, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Not much happened this week on the local sports scene because of the weather. There were 2 girls' basketball games played Thursday night. Farmington a winner over Dexter, 72-45, and St. Paul a win over Meadow Heights, 64-34. Mineral Area College, rough week for the Cards and Lady Cards, both in action Wednesday night. The men lose in double overtime, 82-81 to MSU West Plains. The women fall by 2 to Crowder, 80-78. Then Saturday night, the women's team loses to Moberly, 60-53, and the men lose to Moberly, 68-66. Women are 14-4 on the season. They've lost 2 straight. The men 10-7. They've lost 4 straight. Both programs in action Wednesday at State Fair, and then at home on Saturday at the Bob to face Jefferson College. That's your local sports on the Parkland Podcast. Let's talk groceries now on the Parkland Podcast. This is great. This is going to make me stand up straight, Mark. We got groceries here from your local Save-A-Lot stores. And we have from our local Save-A-Lot stores, we have Chastity Corbin joining us. Chastity, what's your job with Save a Lot?
I handle marketing, so
Marketing
I'm not necessarily
director.
with Save a Lot, but I am. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I've been working with their marketing in the past 4 months or so.
Probably 4 months. Probably.
Yeah. So helping them kind of realign and make sure that people in the area know all the great things that our local Save a Lot has to offer that others don't. Like local owners, like
Yeah.
Clint, who's fabulous to work with.
She's done great stuff for us.
Yeah, and Clint Price from Save a Lot of the Leadbelt. Is that the branding we're going with now?
Leadbelt Save a Lots. That's what we're going with. Yes, sir.
How many locations do you have?
5 locations. We've got Bon Terre, Park Hills, Farmington, Potosi, and DeSoto.
Very good. And you brought some groceries today.
You know, just walked the aisles, brought you a few groceries today, so we had
Awesome,
something.
thank
you.
you.
Know.
This reminds me of the Amazon unboxing right
I
now.
know, right?
I want to come empty-handed, you know.
I really do, and I'm of course I'm a regular shopper of Save a Lot, so I'm going to go through like all the stuff that I really enjoy.
All right.
But before we get started, like in the nuts and bolts of a grocery store and things like that, the weather with these storms, with people coming in and coming out. How's your last couple weeks been, man?
We'll say hectic. That's the way the last couple weeks have been. But honestly, I'm probably a little crazy. I thrive on weeks like this. I love weeks like this. I love the craziness. I love the wild business, just so busy, and taking care of customers is what we love to do. So weeks like this, it kind of helps you to step up your game and really make sure that we're doing things right, and we love it.
I would assume that one of the biggest challenges is staffing. Obviously, you have a lot of younger workers on your workforce.
Sure.
Maybe they haven't been driving much. Maybe this is their first time in
Absolutely.
the snow. How do you balance that but still keep the doors open to where you can serve your customers?
So that is the fine line. You know, that's definitely something that you struggle with, to find the balance, because you do want to stay open for the customers. A lot of people still have to go to work, just like the rest of us. And so if they don't get off till 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, we want to be there for them. At the same time, we want our employees home safely. And
Right.
so trying to figure out, usually we kind of go, once it gets dark, we figure people are pretty much done for the day. They're not coming back out. So we've tried to stay open till 5, 6 o'clock, get our employees home safely, and make sure customers are still able to come in and get what they want as well.
So we knew about these last 2 storms in advance. So as the owner, do you, as far as ordering food, getting food in, making sure there's enough for everybody when that big rush comes in? How do you work that?
Definitely try to stay in front of all of that. Of course, stay ahead of the game. Reaching out to our local vendors, bread, of course, one of the huge things. Making sure, discussing with our managers, making sure we're ordering extra milk, extra groceries just for the shelf, fresh meat, of course, making sure we have plenty of fresh meat, produce. Just trying to stay ahead of the game as best as we can. Our hands are tied on a lot of things. Deliveries, we're at their mercy.
Right.
If they're not running, we're not getting products. So just trying to make sure we're staying ahead of the game. If we know storms are coming, they're being discussed, we're just trying to make sure we're bumping up orders ahead of time to be prepared when it does hit.
Are you amazed with the things that people do with milk, bread, and eggs? Why is it those 3 items are always gone?
I've been in this business a long time, and we always laugh. The bread, milk, and eggs. Why? I'm not real sure, right? Because at my house, if there's not chips in the pantry, then we're out of groceries, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, when the snow hits, it's bread, milk, and eggs. We all laugh about French toast and whatever the story may be at home that people are doing. But the bread, the milk, and the eggs are definitely the first 3 to go.
Wow. Talk a little bit about, I know I get a program that will text me different offers from Save a Lot. Talk a little bit about that program. I guess you kind of pop it in to your kiosk when you check in?
Yep, when you're checking out at one of your local Save-A-Lots, you can type in the little kiosk, put your phone number in, and you'll join our local Save-A-Lot rewards program. So that's special coupons, the sales that are going on, like you're kind of the first in the know about anything and everything going on in the store, and especially if there's great coupons, sometimes like $10 off 50, or you know what I mean, special. We did a great one on bacon one day, and boy, that flew off the shelf. It was, like 10 pounds of bacon for very little money, I guess, in my mind. I don't remember what that price was.
$15.90, I think.
Yeah, it was great. So those are pretty significant deals.
Right.
So I would definitely sign up to the rewards, and you know what I mean, make sure that you're first to know and save a ton on your groceries.
I want to talk about customer service, because Clint, you could have the best product in the world, but if you don't have great customer service, that shows through. And you guys I went in there about a month ago to buy a couple of gift cards from Save-A-Lot for a church I go to. We have like a Christmas giving tree. The lady that I worked with at the Farmington store was so nice. She took me right through it, and she was just so darn pleasant to deal with.
Another thing that we try to take a lot of pride in, maybe we're in this new generation and new day and age, but we try to do things old school is what I say all the time. And that means you're going to see a smiling face at the cash register. You're actually going to see a person at the cash register that's going to take care of you and hopefully be a smiling face when you get to the register. Customer service is huge for us. This is more than selling groceries to me. It's about building relationships and getting to know your customers that walk in the door. We still have that luxury of being small town, having that small town feel to where, you're going in some of the big box stores and we're all in a hurry, but you don't get to know people the way you do in those, our situation is just different. And so we try to take advantage of that and make sure that customer service is first on our radar.
Your store is so clean and the aisles are so wide, it's very comfortable to shop there.
We do try to make sure that our stores are always clean, well kept. We understand that sometimes we're not the first stop. When big storms like this happen, sometimes we're not the first stop, and we understand that. But we want to be ready when maybe the other guys do run out of everything and shelves are empty. We want to be prepared so that you walk in and say, wow, maybe some people have never walked in. Maybe they're forced to come in our store because other stores didn't have what they needed. And we just want to be prepared and gain those customers.
The meat department at Save-A-Lot is another advantage and definitely a place where you shine compared to the other stores in the area.
Fresh meat is something that we have 5 really good meat managers at our stores that take a lot of pride in their work. Some people still don't know that we cut fresh meat daily. It's not prepackaged, it's not been, boxed somewhere for who knows how long. We're cutting every day fresh in the store. So, the other thing that's nice is if you guys want a steak and you say, hey, I'm going to fire up the smoker today, but I want some pork steaks that are 2 inches thick. It's a phone call to the store or walking in the store and the guys will get you fixed up and have them ready for you.
So as we look ahead to 2025, are you looking at it as a case of it's going to be business as usual? Are you always looking ahead, looking for new things you can bring in, things like that?
I had a guy tell me once, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards, right? So we're constantly trying to do some new things. One thing, Save-A-Lot is a little behind sometimes on some things that we do, but Chastity and I are working hard. We're going to do either some curbside pickup, some online grocery shopping, something to help accelerate that, to catch up with some things. So we're looking forward to some new things in 2025 for sure.
How's the pickup, the online shopping going to work, you think?
Well, probably through one of the major apps that
Okay.
we use, like maybe an Instacart type thing or something like that. We're exploring what our options are, what makes sense for Save-A-Lot, how we'll fit into that. Because today's world, convenience is everything. The one reason I love fresh meat, I love certain things about Save-A-Lot, but I do not like, I'm a big marketer, but I do not like a lot of big box stores. I'm not going to lie, I don't have time to run in. I don't want to fight through the aisles and the people. Save-A-Lot is got what I need. It's extremely convenient. You know what I mean? It's very hands-on. The Farmington location, I don't have to fight through a ton of traffic and look for parking. I can, you know what I mean, get in, run and get what I need. So I think our stores are more convenient to begin with. Clint's stores are more convenient to begin with. But delivery, you know what I mean, for those people that are busy, on the go, moms that need stuff, drove in. So we'll look for us on one of those apps soon. We'll make an announcement on the Leadbelt Save-A-Lot Facebook page as soon as you can order your groceries or do curbside pickup.
So we've talked a lot about some of the things Save-A-Lot is known for: cleanliness, fresh cut meat. Something else that you guys are known for is community involvement. In fact, I told you right before we got on the air, the last time I saw you, you had a big pie all over your face. As a matter of fact, you help out a whole lot of different things.
We wouldn't have it any other way. Eddie and I are both local guys. I grew up in Bonne Terre. I will continue to give back until I cannot give back. That's just the way we will do business. And, we're fortunate to be where we are. God's blessed us, and we want to turn around and bless other people, and we will do what we can and do our part. This community is awesome. You know that. You guys work with this community. You have for years. Sometimes Save-A-Lot gets the credit for a lot of things that go on, but there's people that reach out to us that say, hey, listen, I don't know where to go with this, but I want to donate this money, and I know that you have the resources and the people to go do it. So what I've learned over the years is that if you give people an avenue to give, they will give. They're just not sure where to give sometimes. Well, we'll do that. We'll take it and run with it. So we will continue to do that as much as we can.
Yeah, and I think that's really important because local business versus other businesses, this money's going back into the community. But what you see is a lot of local businesses. If you're shopping out there, shopping local is really important. If you go to the Leadbelt page, you can see a lot of those partners that step up because there were hundreds of turkeys given away through Thanksgiving. So Save-A-Lot stepped up and said, we're going to give away so many turkeys. And then you had major business partners calling and saying, other business people in this community, I'll donate 5 turkeys, I'll donate 10 turkeys, I'll donate, you know what I mean? So when you have a community that comes together to donate 200 plus turkeys, check them out and shop there. That's really important because it's something you're not going to find with big,
Right.
corporate
Trying to
companies,
keep
not at that
small
level.
business mindset of supporting each other, the community partnership, and really supporting each other.
And keeping the money in your, it's our own local economy that grows from
Yes.
keeping things local.
I want to bring it up publicly. St. Paul, we had a John Thomas Scholarship Fund fundraiser in October. Got all the chicken from Save-A-Lot, and it was a lot of chicken. I'm just going to tell you, because
We appreciate it. For
hundreds, literally hundreds of chickens,
Yeah.
and we sold out.
Awesome.
We sold out both years we've done it. So,
deal.
and they always say, where do we go to get the meat at? Got to go to
Save-A-Lot.
Save-A-Lot.
Gotta go to
Yeah,
Save-A-Lot.
honestly.
We do work with a lot of people, a lot of local, everybody, we've just built those relationships over the years. And that's the thing we preach to our managers is building those relationships. It just means the world to us. It keeps us going and keeps everybody moving, so.
5 for $24.99. My kids love the chicken strips.
Okay, all right.
They're huge into those. I got to get those every time. I'll get like 2 or 3 on. I usually end up getting 2 of those. Another one we like are the Old South sausage patties.
Okay.
Those
are
work
good.
really well.
That's a great sausage
I can
patty.
stretch those into a couple of different breakfasts.
You bet.
Yeah.
Along with the milk and the bread.
Yeah,
and
well,
eggs,
yeah,
right?
of course. I love it whenever the pork steaks are on there, but it seems like the little cutlet guys are like a little better. I feel like I'm getting more meat with that deal.
More bang for your buck there.
Yeah.
So the Pick 5 is a great value. It really honestly is. I'm not sitting here trying to sell anybody on that. It is a great value. 5 items, $25. You can kind of set your week up for it even, as far as the menu for the week, as far as go get 5 meat items and kind of plan your menu for the week based on that. And it just helps everybody stretch that dollar a little bit further.
And on that, we are going to be launching recipes. So what you can buy at Save-A-Lot. We have one of the counterparts that works at one of the stores. She's fabulous at putting together great meals. Sometimes she'll video what that meal looks like, but you'll be able to say, oh, I can make this. Things you don't even think of. You know what I mean? I can make this. It's only going to cost me $15, feed 5-6 people. So we'll be posting those weekly. That's another launch into 2025 that we're going to be rolling out to help people plan their weeks better, know what to come in and buy from the seasoning to the meat to the sides, and make things a little more convenient.
So we can't say it enough. Always be checking out your Facebook page.
That's it.
Yeah.
Facebook page, Leadbelt Save-A-Lots. They can go to our landing page, which is
Yep.
leadbeltsavealots.com,
Yep.
and we post weekly on those. So.
Yep.
The cool thing about Save-A-Lot to me also is if you just want to come in and grab a handful of bananas or an orange, that's fine. If you want to do all your grocery shopping, it really is your hometown grocery
You
store.
bet. That's it. That's what we want to be.
Yeah, and we got away from them, and it does remind you of that old style where
Yeah,
you could
it
run
really
in,
does.
and they know you, and they're used to seeing you. Not just, we all bump into people around town that we know, but when you go on Save-A-Lot, it's like the tailors. They know you by the time you started. They wave, and not like you guys. Everybody knows you all, but
Not everybody.
But if you're a normal person going to
Yes.
shop, you go to Save-A-Lots a couple of times, and all of them will know you. They'll start waving, saying hi, know what you buy, ask how you're doing. It is a different feel than other places.
What are the hours, by the way?
We're 8 to 8 every single day, 8 to 8.
Easy to remember.
Easy to remember.
How long have you been in the grocery store
Oh
business?
gosh, Jason.
When'd you
So I
start?
started at Ott's IGA.
At Ott's IGA,
I was,
yeah.
probably 15 and a half, I guess. 16, started at Ott's IGA, and I was cleaning the meat department. That was my job. I was probably working 20 hours a week after school. Fell in love with it, which I'm a people person. I stand and talk to a wall. I talk to anybody. Fell in love with it. It's just what I knew I wanted to do from the get-go.
So from Otts, where else did you work from there?
So I worked at Otts. I
Yeah.
went to Country Mart when Country Mart opened in Bon Terre.
Okay, I was about to say,
And
I think I
then
remember you at Country
I
Mart.
started at Bon Terre Save-A-Lot in August of '99.
Wow. So this whole millennia,
Yeah.
you have worked at Save-A-Lot.
Hard to believe I'm 29 and I've been working that long, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your brother Brad up to?
You know, Brad is in Austin, Texas. He's got 2 wonderful kids. I don't know if you remember seeing the whole Grayson craziness a couple years ago. He was on MasterChef Junior and made it to the
Oh,
top
that's
2.
right. Yes.
Yeah, so that was kind of wild to watch all of that excitement,
Yeah.
but he's doing really well.
And he did some Hollywood work for a
Did
while.
some Hollywood work. He was one of those crazy guys that went to Hollywood for about 10 years.
Right.
But wanted to start a family and settle down, and so his wife is from Houston, and so he moved to Austin, Texas, and absolutely loves it down there.
Very, very cool. Yeah, Brad was one of my all-time favorites. Your dad, one of my all-time favorites
Yeah.
too. What he did with my grandparents, especially when my grandpa passed away, how he helped. He was so good to them, and I will never
My dad
forget
was
that.
a great man. I don't say that because he was my dad. He was just truly a great man. Miss him dearly, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything else we need to cover Save-A-Lot wise before we let
No,
you guys go?
there is something in the bag I want you to see. We're going to try and push
Oh,
this a little bit.
okay.
I don't know if you guys are Cajun seasoning kind of guys. But
Yes, I am
Yes,
actually.
Okay,
Okay.
so Bill Cotton and Brian Mabry have started this whole Midwest Cajun company.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Little
about
fish
this.
breading, a little seasoning. There's a little lemon pepper garlic seasoning in there. So if you get a chance to come in the stores, definitely
There we
pick some
go.
of that up. That is all local product. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
and you've done a lot of that too. I noticed all the Bailey Joe's sauces.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
the local
There's a
guys,
lot of
we're gonna
local
push
stuff.
as hard as we can.
Very, very good. Man, I'm ready to eat now. I'm
I've
ready to
gained
go.
3 pounds just looking in the
That's it,
bag.
all right.
Yeah, this is great. We appreciate it so much. Social medias, hit those up again for us, Chastity.
Yeah, that is leadbeltsavealots.com, or leadbeltsavealots.com for web,
Okay.
and then Leadbelt Save-A-Lots on Facebook. And then if you just want to follow your local page, there's Farmington, DeSoto,
Yeah, we do have them
Bon
broken down by
Terre.
store.
However, if you'll go and follow Leadbelt Save-A-Lots, you'll find all the information for all the stores right there in one place, and you don't have to go from store to store. So,
Yes.
yep, Leadbelt Save-A-Lots on Facebook.
You ventured off into TikTok yet? You're going to start doing
We
all
are
the
going to start
dances
a
and
ton of
everything?
social media. I'm a marketer, so I
Right.
work with quite a few different clients, and we've been developing for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
We've been working together
We're-
since about July now.
Yeah, we're super excited
July?
about Chastity.
Yeah.
She's going to change our world as far
Yeah.
as the marketing is concerned.
And
Absolutely.
I think it's good because now they've got a different view on what marketing can do, getting in front of your
Yes.
people, and it's been really exciting working with them from the ground up to develop a lot of these different, you know what I mean, tools and assets.
Yeah.
So the community knows what's going on. They know the specials. They don't have to really go look for it. We're going to bring it to them.
I will say that real quick, and I think you guys are going to touch on this later, maybe with Chastity, but you know, a lot of times small business, and this is all new to me, right? I've been on this side as far as ownership for 3.5 years. A lot of times, small business owners, especially in our area, I feel like think they can't afford advertising. But it's so very important to advertise and to stay out in front of people. And Eddie and I are really learning that. We're seeing numbers, change for us by doing that, by taking the leap and just having the faith to say, okay, we're gonna allocate this much to, advertising and let Chastity, somebody come in and take over. And it's just really changed our world. So I would encourage any small business owners to take that leap of faith and make sure you are advertising and stay out in front of people for sure.
And I'm happy to go talk to anybody that needs a hand. So
How do they
can
reach
call
out to
me.
you?
You can find me on Facebook or email or my cell, which I can 573-518-4411 or Chastity Lawson Corbin on Facebook. I don't want to give you my emails. It'll be just a whole directory. Here, do you want my little black book?
Blah, blah,
But
blah,
yeah,
blah.
if you just find me on Facebook or call me at 573-518-4411, I'm happy to sit down and just look at things with you. Go over it, give you some ideas and direction, because I see a lot of advertisers, they're spending money. Clint and them were spending money. They're doing so much in the community, but then some of their stuff just needed direction. They needed, you know what I mean, to really
Absolutely.
find their place and their messaging, because it's where you're at, what are you saying, all of that matters. So making sure kind of we're got a, a strategy in place, focus point. And like you guys, being here with you. All day long you could talk about Save-A-Lot, but you know what I mean? You're getting informed. You guys are letting people know. FYI, if you're not on a podcast, you should be.
Especially
60%
this
of
one.
consumers actually said they have bought a product from a podcast because it's more engaging, and I can go through numbers like that all day long. So call you guys, Jason, Mark, and you can't pay for influencer business like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, we're influencers now, dude.
You are. And podcast influencers are 5 times more influential with an audience than social media influencers. So if you're looking for a social media influencer, podcasters are 5 times more effective.
Wow.
FYI.
Good info.
And these are like Edison studies, Neurolab studies.
go.
I'll bring you the research to show you the power of what a podcast can bring to the table.
Do you
And
need a
other
job?
medias as well.
Yeah.
Do you need a job?
I have a lot of them, but I'm happy to help.
Okay.
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
I
there
take
we
jobs
go.
all day long. I work with a variety of different clients. So
Very, very good. Save a lot. Check them out in the Parkland. There's DeSoto, there's Bonne Terre, there's Park Hills, there's Farmington, there's Potosi.
You got it, buddy. That's all 5.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Very good. Check them out today, and be sure to support great local business and save money on your next grocery bill. New year, maybe a new building is coming for your facility. I would recommend Heimberger Construction, Mark.
Well, the examples are all around you to see the quality work they do, whether it's at MoCap, Pyramalt, Crown Valley Winery, doesn't matter. Fantastic work done at a competitive price, and you get the Jennifer Heimberger difference. She is the driving force behind Heimberger Construction. She does a fantastic job, and I know you won't regret working with her and her team.
Plus, they have those Butler buildings. They're the best metal building system on the market, and the only buildings that have a pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. That means everything's nice and tight, it stays dry, and those buildings not only look great, but they also age well too, just like you, Mark Totally.
Yeah, maybe not quite like me. I leak from several different spots. That's another story for another time, though.
HeimbergerConstruction.com since 1978.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Back on the Parkland podcast, time to get healthy in 2025. And we have 2 special guests here with us today. We have Breanna Griffin, registered dietitian with the St. Francis County Health Center. And we have Mommy's Lap certified Anna Griffin joining us this morning. Hi, Anna. How are you?
Good.
Good. She's our youngest guest so far on the podcast,
All
right?
right.
And definitely our cutest, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Very cool. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
Hi. Say hi to Dad.
Hi, Daddy.
There you go.
Very good. Breanna, what's been going on with the health center? I'm assuming
Wow.
getting to the health center was a little difficult this past week.
Yes, it has been. It's been icy conditions, but the parking lot is clear. So next week we will be ready for participants.
Now, the last time we had you on the podcast, you got us all healthy for the holidays, but I am quite sure that a few folks may have stretched a little bit and ate some chocolates and some desserts. And
Yes, 'tis
now
the
they got to get
season.
healthy, don't they?
It's that time of year, isn't it?
And that's what we're going to concentrate on, getting healthy in 2025. A lot of people make that as a New Year's resolution, don't they?
Yeah, I actually have some questions for you guys whenever you're ready to rock and roll, or we can talk about the health center first, whatever you would like.
I say let's get right to the quiz, because if I remember correctly, the last time we did the quiz, I was the victor.
You were the victor,
Yes,
so Jason,
yeah.
it's time to redeem yourself.
Okay, this is it. I'm going to do it, right, Anna?
Anna,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Anna, whenever they raise your hands, you have to tell me who raised their hand first, okay? Was it Mark or was it Jason? Okay, so after I tell them the question, you have to tell me, okay?
I'll give you a quarter if you say Mark.
Hey, wait, that's not fair.
Mark.
All right, so let's go with number 1, guys. So It is the new year, so 'tis the season. So tell me some traditionally served foods on the new year.
Jason.
Yes. Black-eyed peas.
Yes. Can you give me any more?
New potatoes.
Okay.
And
Ham.
oh gosh, is it corned beef
Say
and
thumbs
cabbage?
down. Yes.
Thumbs down.
What?
And give Jason a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yes.
Alright.
All right, Mark. Jason takes this one. So a couple others. So corned beef, like you had said, and cabbage, sauerkraut, black-eyed peas, lentils, cornbread, and pork. So you were close with the ham there. I think it's traditionally served a little bit differently.
Okay.
All right, next one. Okay, now you tell me who raises their hand first, okay, hon? Which food contains the most amount of fiber per serving of those foods that we just talked about?
Mark.
Yes. You got this bump. Right on.
What do you think, Mark?
Now I got to remember what they were. Black-eyed peas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So if you remember from last time, we talked about beans being full of fiber, full of vitamins and minerals. But yes, beans win every time.
Beans, musical fruit. Yeah.
All
We got the
right.
new star of the show
All
here.
right.
All right, so whenever we're making a goal for the new year, we want to make a SMART goal. All right? So we're going to go through each letter of SMART, and I need you to tell me when we're making a goal, what does SMART stand for? So let's start with the letter S, and go.
Mark.
Save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Oh,
So S
she's
stands.
tough.
Yes, she is. She means business.
uh-huh.
S stands for specific, so we're going to focus on one food or one area of importance.
Okay.
So be specific. Okay, so M. Who wants to guess?
I'll guess.
Jason.
Oh, now I forgot my guess. Mark.
Yeah.
Say thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Mark, you guess.
Motivate.
Wrong.
Oh, that's
Say
better
thumbs
though.
down. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Oh, man.
All right. So along with our goal being specific, we also want it to be measurable. Have a way to measure your progress.
Your mom's tough, isn't she?
Man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. What's the A stand for in SMART? We have specific. We have measurable.
Oops.
Say Mark.
Mark.
Accurate.
Say thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Oh, no.
Achievable, guys. We want our goal to be achievable, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Accuracy is not very achievable with me. So.
All right. R in the SMART goal. Jason.
Resilient.
Jason.
Oh, thank you. Resilient.
Wrong. Mark.
Regular.
Wrong. Thumbs down to both of them.
Down.
So we do want it to be relevant or realistic.
Gotcha.
So, with what we have, our mental equipment, our physical equipment, is it something that we can really do? All right. And then
This quiz is not something we're doing very
No,
good.
you guys
not
are
at
just
all.
like bombing it. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Last one, T. So in a SMART goal, what are we looking for for the T?
Jason.
Tenacity.
Tenacity.
Wow, that's
down.
pretty good.
Down.
Time. All right. So we want it to be time bound.
Time.
Oh, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right.
All right, guys. So I have a question for you about weight loss. So the typical norm for the new year is, we want to lose some weight, right? So I got a question. So does it sound realistic or achievable? Say Mark wants to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Is that achievable or smart?
It might be achievable, but it's not smart.
Thumbs up.
Right on.
Yes, so ding, 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 you do win. I would say that a good healthy weight loss is about 1 to 2 pounds a week. So
knew
whenever
that.
we are setting our goals, let's go in, like I said, achievable and so that we can make that kind of thing happen. But yeah, 1 to 2 pounds is a healthy weight loss. Okay?
Man.
All right. This is a true-false question. So when you're
Okay.
shopping at the store and we're being mindful of our carbs, and we see something labeled as sugar-free, is that going to be carbohydrate conscious? Is that going to be a good decision?
I'm going
Watch
to
for
say
their
it's.
hands.
Oh.
Oh, is that Mark?
Mark.
False.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Jason, he's killing you again.
I know.
So that's true. Just because something is sugar-free does not mean it's carb-free. So we definitely want to check out on the labels and see just how many carbs are hiding in those products.
So technically speaking, just because it says it's sugar-free doesn't mean it's always sugar-free either, does it?
Well, that's true. It could have natural sugar in it, and what it is probably labeling as is table sugar-free.
Okay.
Yep.
See, I have an advantage over you that I interviewed her at the radio station
know.
quite a bit. So
Yeah.
Yes.
some of that stuff actually sank in on
I
me.
can't believe you remember all that.
Yeah. All right, last question. This
Okay.
one's for the win. This is for all of it. All right, watch their hands. Tell me who goes first. So, to aid in portion control. Jason.
Hey,
Yes.
Hold on, we
I
gotta
saw
wait
you
for the
slip her a
question.
dollar.
Okay, to aid in portion control, what size dinner plate should we use? 12-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, or 9-inch?
Jason.
I'm going to say the 8-inch.
Thumbs up.
Ah, no.
Mark, you want to guess?
6-inch.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Oh, no.
Double guess.
All right, you guys failed the new year.
9-inch.
No.
9 inches.
9 inches is the way
correct.
to go.
Yes.
Why 9
Guys-
inches?
Well, it's showing that obviously the 12-inch plate is sitting down with too much.
Right.
Yes, our eyes are going to be too big there. But the 9-inch is just proven scientifically that we're not going to overload it and put just enough on there.
And again, it kind of fits the other theme too. It's an obtainable goal.
Yes.
Because if you try to get the 6-incher,
Yeah.
You're just going to
Yeah.
go back for seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
go for seconds or you're
Then
going
you
to
got a
pile it too
12.
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't do very well there. As you can tell by looking at us, we are not
take
the
that to
pictures
Dad?
of health here. but let's talk about the health center. Now that we're into January and February, what are some things that
Yes.
you all are really concentrating on?
Well, so new year, new us. It is phase 3 of our renovations. So the right half of the building is now being renovated. So whenever folks do come into the health center, we do want the front door is only for the WIC department, and then everything else you have to drive around to the back for the rest of the services. Clinical, nursing, environmental, you name it, everything else is in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some other causes, different things that you want to spotlight in the next coming months with the health department?
Yeah, so our clinical services and our nursing staff is fully staffed at this time, so that's great.
That is.
And we have a good team of ladies that are working together. They communicate really well. So they did want me to pass on that for COVID testing, we are available. For flu testing, we are available. And then for all immunizations, flu, COVID, and then the rest of the normal immunizations as well.
I'm glad you brought up the flu and the COVID. Everybody thinks, well, we're past the holidays, all that's in the rearview mirror, but we're really just kind of ramping up with flu, aren't we?
Yeah, it is. We have seen a soar of numbers. We had a staff meeting last week. Numbers have tripled just in the last month. So with flu, COVID as well, but flu has really skyrocketed. So 'tis the season to wash your hands.
Washing hands. What are some other real quick things we can do just to kind of help make sure we're not spreading those germs around?
So washing your hands is the number one thing that we can do. And then whenever we are in the public settings, we can just kind of keep to ourselves. If we do need to cough into our sleeve. But really just kind of keeping our distance whenever we are in public and not being in each other's bubble.
February is Heart Month, and I know in years past that's always been a big deal at the health center.
Yeah, so is it Go Red, I believe?
Yeah.
For heart health, yes. So we are going to have some social media campaigns, so do check us out on Facebook for the social media campaigns about Go Red for Heart Month. But then you'll also be able to see us in the health center promoting different things and services. We are looking for a health educator so that we can pick up teaching our healthy living classes. But we are going to also be doing like the day after Father's Day, or the Friday before Father's Day and Mother's Day. We'll be doing free lipids and let's see, what else did we do?
You do blood pressure, weight.
Yes,
I know because I've done this a few
Meet
times.
with the dietitian, yes.
Yeah, that was not my favorite part then either. I didn't do so well.
I didn't score well on that quiz either.
But yeah, so our nursing and our clinical services have really skyrocketed now that we're fully staffed in that department, so the ladies are ready to start giving immunizations and educating our participants.
Breanna Griffin,
Yes.
our guest, and you've done a lot of free ongoing classes like for quitting smoking, losing weight, things like that.
Yes.
Are they all going to continue?
As soon as we get a health educator, we are trying to find the right person for that job. But we do have a couple ongoing programs that we do offer, which would be the blood pressure cuff program, which Mark, you're a testament to that program.
It works.
It is free. If you do have elevated blood pressure, you can come to the health center. We can provide you with a free blood pressure cuff, and we do have a program that we can help you monitor for 6 weeks, just to know that if you do need to take action or you don't. So we do have that. Along with pregnant women can get the same. It is also a 6-week program, so pregnant women can receive, or throughout the duration of their pregnancy, can receive a free blood pressure cuff.
Great.
Yeah, so that's great.
So it has been a rough start to 2025 with all the snow and all the ice. Has that kind of backlogged you a little bit?
Not too good, not too much. I primarily try to hide a little bit in the WIC department these days. No, but we're doing just fine.
Yeah, people don't realize this, Jason. How many people do you work with through the WIC program?
So we do service. Right now our numbers are elevated, which is great. We're trying to still recoup from COVID, but we're at 1,600 plus right now on a month-to-month basis that we do service.
Crazy.
And so yeah, our participants are doing great with coming to see us and utilize the good program.
Yeah, lots of benefits for those young families.
Yeah, yep. And there's a plus coming this spring for the WIC department. We currently operate off of an offline program. So meaning if we need to make a change to a participant's benefits, they'd have to come see us to have it changed. But in the spring and early summer, we are going to be online, and we can make those changes via just a telephone call. Click a button, and they're good to go.
So you're here on the podcast, repeat guest on the podcast, and we thank you for that. Are you all willing to go out and visit with groups and organizations and talk about things like this?
Yes, absolutely. So our community partners, we do a lot with the Head Start people at all of the different locations. We go there. Actually, we do have satellite clinics, but we do also share information with folks at Great Minds, at Parkland, and then East Missouri as well. So yes, everyone is up to date on all of our changes that are upcoming, and I'm pretty excited about the online system just because, with the eWIC card, we reduce the negative stigma a lot with WIC, using the WIC benefits. And now with the online system, that we're reducing barriers so they don't have to come to the office quite as much, wasting gas, that sort of thing. So I really think there will be more people utilize the program just for that benefit.
Now you realize you will be coming back on with more quizzes that we'll actually study for maybe.
Yeah.
But Anna has to come with you.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We can bring her every time.
She stole the show.
She's a star, yes.
Very, very well behaved.
Yeah.
Proud mom right there. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Very cool. Anything else we need to add before we let you go?
I think that's all for today, other than the fact that you guys really need to study.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that for 12 years of school.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Where is the health center located at?
We are located in Park Hills. Our address is 1025 West Main Street in Park Hills. We are across from the big Catholic Church in Park Hills, right before turning on 8 Highway. So that's where we are. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And our phone number to reach us is 573-431-1947. Yeah.
Great job. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Breanna Griffin, registered dietitian, St. Francis County Health Center, joining us now on the Parkland Podcast. Follow the dot at Save-A-Lot. I don't know if there's been any busier people to start off the year than the hardworking folks at Save-A-Lot, as everybody needs their bread, milk, and eggs. But man, what a great place to go. What a great place to shop. And what a great place to save money.
What I like about Save-A-Lot, in addition to the great selection of food that they have there, is just how clean the stores are as well. They take a lot of pride in cleanliness, and they take a lot of pride in saving you some money. So definitely follow the dots. Go to their Facebook page. I know they just gave away like $100 worth of bacon, and I can vouch for the bacon at Save-A-Lot because we just had a bunch of it cooked up at our last men's club meeting at St. Paul Lutheran Church. It was so good. I didn't want to eat anything else. I said, just keep bring me bacon. Bring me Save-A-Lot bacon. It was so good. Clint, you guys do a fantastic job at all your different stores, and we look forward to working with you in 2025.
I love the 5 for $24.99 deal. That's a great way to feed my family and a great way to feed yours. So make sure you head over to your local Parkland Save-A-Lot. They're in Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, and Farmington. Time for music now as we wrap up episode 31 of the Parkland Podcast. This is your brother's favorite segment, my father-in-law's favorite segment. A lot of people like to hit the little button in the comments or the description that allows you to move up to this segment to check it all out. Give me a song that you are excited to talk about today.
Song I heard this morning and it just struck a real chord with me, Billy Joel, An Innocent Man.
That's a great song.
Such a great, great tune. And it was a top 10 hit. But then it's from the album of the same name. And I got to looking at some of the other songs that were on that album. And I'm like, holy smokes, this would be a greatest hits album for a lot of people. Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, all on that. The Longest Time, Leave a Tender Moment Alone, Keeping the Faith, all on that album. Yeah. Great, great stuff. Definitely a song and an album worth checking out if you never have. And my album is simply one of the greatest rock and roll albums of all time, Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Every single song on this album starts at amazing and works its way up. If you had to be on a deserted island and you could only bring one album with you, this would be a heck of a choice. Rent it out, buy it, get the CD, download it, whatever form you want to get this in. You will not be disappointed with any song on this album.
Excellent job. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. All right, for my song, I'm going to go with a tune called Bytor and the Snow Dog.
Yes.
And this is from the album Fly By Night. This was Rush's second album. This is the first one with their lineup. This first one with Neil Peart as the drummer and the lyricist. And apparently, one of the lighting guys for the band had two dogs, and he called them Biter and Snow Dog. And so Giddy and Alex and Neil were sitting around talking about the dogs. And according to the rock and roll story, apparently they were a little high and decided to write a song about these two dogs. It was a joke that got out of hand, according to Neil Peart, the lyricist and drummer of the band. But there you go, Bytor and the Snow Dog in honor of all the snow. And then after the snow melts, if you need something to warm you up, how about the best of Carly Simon?
She could warm me up.
You were so vain, you probably thought that song was about you. I bet you had a lot of. Well, you probably didn't play that song, did you, on J98?
No, we
very
did not
often.
play
Dang
that
it.
song.
I bet lots of good DJs though had all kinds of puns about that song.
Rumor has it was probably about Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty?
Yeah.
I always heard James Taylor.
Well, they were romantically involved. So.
Yeah. But see, yeah, James Taylor doesn't hit me as a vain guy, but Warren Beatty does.
Yes, and Mick Jagger's been rumored that song's about him. There's been several people that song's been rumored to be about. Just a great tune.
Yeah, it's actually about Mark Totally. A lot of people don't know that. So vain. Probably thought the song was about him.
But that's just one of many great songs
absolutely.
on that album.
Yeah, and great album cover as well. The best of Carly Simon. Who do we have coming up on episode 32 of the Parkland Podcast?
Well, we hope to talk about A Night to Shine, which is coming up at the Centene Center, or the Civic Center in February. And Pastor Rocky Good and some others will be there to join us to tell us more about it.
Yeah, and we'll continue to get you ready for those elections coming up. We're going to have our election coverage in April of those municipal elections because we have mayoral races in Farmington, in Park Hills, and in Deloge. Alderman races all over the place, contested school board races. We will be your source on Facebook Live for that this year.
All right, looking forward to it.
Very, very cool. Have a great week. Hope you can continue to thaw out. And don't forget to tune in next time to the Parkland Podcast. And here's the part where we turn the audio off and pretend like we're done.